report to say, hey guys, it's Claus. How do you get a result like this? Well, there's lots of ingredients to do that. We're going to watch Overmaster 5 do it. Claus is going to explain how this is possible every now and then. You might have heard similar opinions from Claus before, but the first thing makes it easier is get yourself a Russian tank. Preferably a Russian medium tank, tier 9 or 10. Because why the hell would you want to play anything else? Because they're the best tanks, they're the fastest, they have the best camo, they have the best armor, they have the best guns, they have the best turrets, they have the best soft stats, the best RNG, and they're just the fucking best tanks in the game. So that's number one. Get yourself a Russian tier 9 or 10 medium tank. Number two is you have to be a pretty good player, and Overmaster here is a very good player, so he's got that. And number three, you have to have some enemies that have no clue what's going on. Okay? That helps. So here we go. He's got a lot of enemies on the enemy team that have no clue what's going on. So check, check, check. Number four, you should have a team that is okay, but not that great. That basically don't really know what's going on most of the time, because you don't want them hogging all the damage and kills. Okay? And he's got that in this situation. And number, how many has Claus mentioned so far? 4? Have we gone through 4? And number 5 is you have to have a little bit of RNG on your side. So, okay, let's watch. Now, that was a list of 5 things, right? Number 1, you have to have Russian, preferably a Russian medium tank, tier 9 or 10. Number 2, you have to have an enemy team filled with useless stupids that doesn't know what's going on. Number 3, your team should have an abundance of useless stupids so that they don't hog all the damage. Number 4, what was number 4? A little bit of luck? Whatever. Anyways, screw that. The most important 2 things are you should have some skill and you should have a Russian tank. See, now you see how he knew someone was coming up behind him? That's the skill part, okay? And now flanking around quickly and taking care of the guy that's come up behind him, that's where the Russian medium tank part comes in, you see? Because the skill allowed him to see him, the Russian medium allowed him to flank. And now that that guy's turned around, hopefully his teammate will take care of him, but, oh no, that was one of the requirements, is you do not want to have a team that is really knows what's going on, because they will just hog all the damage. So you need a couple of enemy useless stupids, or quite a few of them, like that light tank that rushed in front of the Russian medium, and you need some guys on your team that will just, like the guys at the Rocks there, the Conqueror, the FCM, all those guys that are just 6 of them versus 1 that are just kind of waiting there and letting Overmaster drive around in his Russian medium and get most of the kills here, right? Because if 6 versus 1 or 2, you don't want your teammates rushing up and taking all the damage, right? You want them to slowly wallow around and allow you to take some shots so that, you see, you can get some kills and get all those medals. Those 6 teammates, they don't really want to push around this guy. They want to let Overmaster shoot him up the ass for the kill, right? Like those 5 guys there, they just want to sit in front of the E75 because they know that the strongest armor on this German tank is in the front, and it's probably a good idea to just sit in front of it and let Overmaster get the rewards, because he's in the Russian medium. It's only fair. Okay, so let's watch what's happening here. He's gonna drive around. Here he goes. And now there is a danger here that his team is doing too well. The team is actually going back to the base, which is a good move. So, oh, okay, all right, a couple of them died. That's better, which allows him to get some shots at the enemies that don't know what's going on. The ones that are just still blindly driving towards the cap, not knowing that all these tanks at the Rocks are probably coming back. They're in the cap now, and well, he's got a troop of teammates that are doing pretty good here. They're going back to base. Klaus gives you guys the thumbs up. At least you guys are going back to base, which is good to see. You win your side and then go back to base. You just don't drive aimlessly in the open to their base, especially when the enemy team is capping. And what the hell is this FCM doing? I guess he wanted to get in cover, but come on, buddy, get the hell out of the way. What the? Like, what is he doing? Well, okay, you need some of these guys on your team. Like, Jesus Christ, guy. You're in a French tank with no armor. Let the Russian tank through. The Russian tank can get the shot here. And, oh, well, that was unfortunate. Come on. And he bounces a shot. And Gatov. Who the hell shot him? The AMX? Oh, the CDC. Okay. So what's going on here so far? He's got 4 kills. How many enemies are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies left. And yeah, okay. So now is when the factors come into play here. Now he has to hope his team wallows around and uselessly, pathetically dies now. If he wants to get, a 10-kill game, he's still got 5 teammates. Or what has he got? 4 teammates. And he has to hope that all 4 of them just flounder around and die. And he has to hope another light tank enemy rams him. So he's got 5 kills. And Klaus is losing track of the commentary. Look at the minimap. There's 1, 2, 3 or 4 of his teammates up north fighting one M103. There's a Saint Emile, a Crusader, what is that, a T whatever. It's like 3 or 4 or 5 versus 1. Oh, he's missed this shot. Let's see if he can take care of this scumbag. Yeah, the scumbag is deciding to run away, but you cannot run from a medium tank. And look at the north part of the map. It's like they all died. There was 4 or 5 of them versus the M103, and somehow they just died. And I guess, well, this is what you need. This is one of the ingredients. Maybe this is the most important ingredient. Next to skill, and preferably having a Russian medium tank, tier 9 or 10, maybe the most important ingredient is to have a flock of fools, or a collection of cretins, a barrel full of wow, Klaus can't think of it. Just a bunch of buffoons on your team that will just throw their tanks away at the critical moment in the game to allow you to have the epic finish. So now it's him. It was him versus 5, I guess. He's got 1 kill. Was he versus 5? Because that could be a Kolovanov's medal. But it's him versus 4 now, which is no easy task. There's an M103 as a tier 10. I mean, a tier 9. And he's going to poke up here, and look at that. He's facing the wrong way. Klaus has no words. What the hell was that guy even doing? And now the light tank is going to... He's hiding behind the houses, so give him credit, but he's got to worry about artillery now. And he does not... If he takes 1 hit, he's dead. And the light tank decided not to wait and hide behind the houses. He's trying to poke up and shoot a Russian medium tank. Like, what the hell? But he, like, either hide, let your artillery shoot, or run away. But he's decided to just sit in front of a Russian medium tank with fantastic armor and a fantastic gun. And that's how it ends. Boy, I'm in a bulldog. I'm going to fight this T-54 head on. That's a good strategy. So you're starting to see the ingredients here. Now, Klaus does not want to diminish the skill ingredient. You noticed him weaving and turning there. He knew the artillery would shoot him, so he was making it difficult. So there is skill. He's been all over the freaking map, driving north, south, east, west. He's got fantastic map where this guy knows what he's doing. So that is probably the number 1 ingredient. Just to have a hope in hell of making it this far, you have to have some skill. But the other ingredients are pretty important as well. I think a list from most important to least important. Probably the most important is have the troop of pathetic stupids on your team, because without the stupids, you know, this game would have been over, win or loss. So you need to have pathetic teammates to allow you to do this. That's a given. That's probably the number one. And number two is, you know, you can't do this in a little scout tank, you know, an RU. Well, maybe you can, but it'd be a hell of a lot more difficult. A tank with no armor, little freaking scout bottom tier piece of shit tank, or a lumbering, pathetic Hippo E100 tank would be a lot harder. So having the Russian medium tank, you know, with all the strengths and no weaknesses, the speed, the armor, the gun, the camo, the mobility, the accuracy, the soft stats, blah, 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 the RNG, you got all that. Like, look at this. He's got this guy spotted. The other guy can't see him because of the Russian tank has fantastic camo. So this guy is within the view range circle. See the white circle on the map? He's well within that, but he cannot see shit. And he's dead, right? Because not even spotted, because a Russian medium tank has just as good camo as many light tanks. And Claus is all talked out here, and we're just going to watch him finish this game. And because we're just too tired of going on with this commentary. I mean, this is a freaking long game. You guys try it. You think this is easy? You think this is easy? Babbling on and on and on for 15 minutes, trying to keep you guys entertained, trying to come up with stuff, interesting commentary, worried about the RNG and the specifics of the game and what's happening, and trying to interject some humor and clever anecdotes and what have you, and etc., etc. You think, and now this guy's deciding to drive all the way freaking around the map, so Claus has to think of something else to say. You couldn't just go kill that artillery and then, you know, we could just wrap this up at GG, thanks for watching. No, no, no. I've got to keep talking now for who the hell knows how long, while this guy decides to drive all the freaking way back to his own base. Where the hell are you going? You're just doing this on purpose, so Claus has to ramble on and on and on and on about what the hell, who knows what. Because there ain't no more to say. I mean, talk about beating a dead horse. Claus can go on and on and on about, oh, the criteria, you have to have stupids, your team has to be stupid, the other team has to be everyone needs to be stupid for you to have a good game, and you have to have a Russian tank because all the other tanks suck, and RNG, blah, blah, blah. Aren't you freaking tired of listening to it? Like, have you stopped watching yet? Or do you want to see how this guy ends the game? Is he just going to go for a stroll around the whole freaking map? He has to, like, miles driven during game. He's got to, like, drive 15 miles. You think that increases your XP? Like, where the fuck are you going? Claus is pretty pissed off here. I want to just go drink my coffee and relax. But got to go on and on and on with the commentary. Now just finish them. Finish them. Oh, for Christ's sakes. So now what? Now what? What the hell am I going to talk about now? All right, let's talk about something else. Screw this. I don't want to talk about this game anymore. Let's talk about why do women wear triangularly shaped shoes when their feet are approximately rectangular in shape? Why? Well, because they're mental cases. That's why. Because they think having slender bottom. Oh, come on, please finish this. Thank you. Well, Claus apologizes to all the girls and women watching. Did not mean to insult, but you know, seriously, why do women wear triangularly shaped shoes when their feet are approximately rectangular in shape? I never got that. Claus will take a small town girl dressed in jeans and a t-shirt, carrying a backpack with hiking boots and a hair in a ponytail, prancing down the street like she owns the place over one of those city girls with the triangular shaped shoes any day of the week. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Ha! As if this video wasn't long enough.